What if your phone held secrets that could change the course of a nation? For one attorney, that nightmare became reality. Meet Todd Blanche, Donald Trump's lead defense attorney. As he navigates the treacherous waters of high-stakes legal battles, little did he know that his own communications were under siege. In a shocking turn of events, Chinese hackers infiltrated his cell phone, accessing sensitive information that could have far-reaching implications. But what exactly did they find, and how does this breach tie into a larger web of international espionage? Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery behind this cyber attack and explore what it means for national security and the future of American politics. As the nation approached one of the most contentious presidential elections in history, tensions were running high on all fronts. Political alliances were tested, and trust was in short supply. In this chaotic environment, the stakes couldn't be higher. Behind the scenes, powerful figures were strategizing, making deals, and preparing for battle. Among them was Todd Blanche, a seasoned attorney known for his fierce defense of Donald Trump. With the weight of a potential legal storm looming over him, Blanche was tasked with protecting not just his client, but also the integrity of their campaign. But while he focused on legal strategies and courtroom tactics, a silent threat was lurking in the shadows. A threat that would soon breach his defenses and expose vulnerabilities he never anticipated. In an age where technology reigns supreme, cybersecurity has become paramount. Yet for many, including high-profile attorneys like Blanche, the reality is that their digital lives are often far more exposed than they realize. Unbeknownst to Blanche, a group of sophisticated Chinese hackers had set their sights on him. With advanced techniques and relentless determination, they aimed to infiltrate his communications, an operation that would soon spiral into a national security crisis. As the election drew nearer, the hackers' window of opportunity narrowed. What secrets lay within Blanche's phone, and how would this breach impact not only his life, but also the very fabric of American democracy? Then, in a shocking revelation, the unthinkable happened. Todd Blanche's cell phone, his lifeline in the high-stakes world of legal battles, was hacked by Chinese spies. These hackers, linked to China's intelligence services, executed a sophisticated breach that allowed them to access a treasure trove of sensitive information. Text messages, audio recordings, and potentially confidential conversations were all within their grasp. But what did they uncover? As Blanche communicated with key players in Trump's orbit, the hackers listened in, gathering intelligence that could be weaponized against him and his client. The implications were staggering. Experts warned that this wasn't just an attack on an individual, it was part of a larger pattern of cyber espionage targeting influential figures across both political parties. The hackers were not just after information, they were seeking leverage. With the presidential election looming just weeks away, the timing couldn't be more critical. The FBI was alerted to the breach and began investigating the extent of the damage. What they discovered sent shockwaves through the intelligence community. While no direct evidence linked the hackers to any specific campaign strategies or confidential communications about Trump himself, the mere fact that they had access raised alarms. How many other phones had been compromised? Who else was at risk? As Todd Blanche grappled with the fallout from this breach, he faced an unsettling reality. His every move was now potentially under surveillance. And as he prepared for battle in courtrooms across America, he had to wonder, who could he trust when even his own phone had become a gateway for foreign spies? As news of the hack broke, the FBI sprang into action. They knew they had to get to the bottom of this quickly. After all, a breach like this wasn't just about one person. It had the potential to shake the very foundations of American politics. Agents began combing through Todd Blanche's digital footprint, trying to piece together how the hackers had gained access and what information they might have stolen. They examined everything from his emails to his text messages, looking for clues that could explain this alarming breach. But as they dug deeper, a troubling picture emerged. While they found that the hackers had indeed accessed Blanche's phone, the real concern was what else might be out there. Were other high-profile figures also being targeted? How many other phones had been compromised without anyone knowing? This isn't just about Todd Blanche, it's about trust. Trust in our political system and trust in our technology. If foreign actors can easily infiltrate our communications, what does that mean for our democracy? Meanwhile, Todd Blanche faced a personal crisis. With every call and message he sent now potentially exposed, he had to rethink how he communicated with clients and colleagues. He was advised to switch to a new phone and number, but the damage was already done. The FBI's investigation revealed that while no sensitive information directly related to Trump was found, the mere fact that hackers had access raised serious questions. As news outlets picked up on the story, it became clear that this was more than just a legal issue for Blanche. It was a national security concern that could affect everyone involved in the political arena. Just when it seemed the story couldn't get any more complicated, a surprising twist emerged. As investigators continued to sift through the fallout from the hack, they uncovered connections that no one had anticipated. It turned out that Todd Blanche wasn't just any attorney, he was also being considered for a prominent role in a potential new Trump administration. This revelation added a whole new layer of intrigue to the hacking incident. Suddenly the stakes were higher than ever. This raises serious questions. If foreign actors were able to access Blanche's communications, what might they have learned about future policies or strategies? And how could that information be used against him or even against the Trump campaign? With this new information, Blanche found himself in a precarious position. Not only did he have to defend his client in court, but now he had to protect himself from potential political fallout. Every decision he made could be scrutinized under a microscope. As the investigation deepened, it became clear that this was not just an isolated incident. The hackers had been targeting multiple individuals across both parties, gathering intelligence that could be used as leverage in future negotiations or political maneuvers. And then came the chilling realization. What if this breach was part of a larger strategy, a way for foreign powers to manipulate American politics from within? The implications were staggering. Could they influence decisions at the highest levels of government? The implications of Todd Blanche's hacking incident extend far beyond his personal crisis. They illuminate a much larger and more alarming picture of US-China relations in the realm of cybersecurity. China has been increasingly aggressive in its cyber operations, targeting not just individuals but critical infrastructure across the United States. The FBI has warned that state-sponsored groups like Volt Typhoon are pre-positioning themselves within American systems, ready to launch disruptive attacks when tensions escalate. This isn't just a theoretical threat, it's a reality that could cripple essential services like energy, transportation, and communications at a moment's notice. The stakes are incredibly high. If Chinese hackers can infiltrate the communications of a high-profile attorney like Blanche, what's stopping them from accessing the systems that keep our cities running? This breach serves as a wake-up call for both government officials and everyday citizens about the vulnerabilities we face in our interconnected world. As tensions between the US and China continue to rise over issues like trade, military presence in the South China Sea, and technological supremacy, cybersecurity has emerged as a battleground where both nations vie for dominance. The need for robust defenses against these cyber threats has never been more urgent. To effectively combat these threats, the United States must spearhead a coalition with its allies to share intelligence and strengthen defenses against cyber intrusions. This isn't just about protecting individual interests, it's about safeguarding our collective security. But building this coalition won't be easy. Trust is a significant barrier between the United States and China, rooted in decades of suspicion over cyber espionage and military intentions. Both sides have expressed interest in dialogue, yet meaningful cooperation remains elusive. Despite past agreements aimed at curbing malicious cyber activities, such as the 2015 Cybersecurity Agreement between the US and China, these efforts often fall short. The reality is that while both nations recognize the need for cooperation, their differing views on governance, privacy, and security create significant hurdles. As we look ahead, the question remains, can the US and China find common ground in cyberspace? Or will their rivalry continue to escalate, leading to a future where cyber warfare becomes an everyday reality? The answer could determine not only their own fates but also the stability of global politics. As we wrap up this unsettling tale of espionage and vulnerability, it's clear that the hacking of Todd Blanche's phone is more than just a story about one attorney. It's a stark reminder of the precarious state of our digital landscape. In an age where our lives are increasingly intertwined with technology, the risks we face are real and ever-present. This incident serves as a wake-up call for all of us, whether we're political figures or everyday citizens. We must be vigilant about our digital security and aware of the threats that lurk in the shadows. The FBI's investigation into this breach highlights the urgent need for stronger cybersecurity measures across all sectors. From government officials to private citizens, we must prioritize protecting our communications and data against foreign adversaries. Moreover, as the United States navigates its complex relationship with China, fostering dialogue and cooperation in cybersecurity is essential. Both nations must recognize that a stable digital environment is crucial for global security and prosperity. Ultimately, this story reminds us that while threats may evolve, so must our responses. By working together, sharing intelligence, investing in technology, and fostering trust, we can build a safer future for everyone. So as we move forward in this digital age, let's stay informed, stay secure, and remember, our collective safety depends on our ability to adapt and respond to the challenges ahead. What do you think about the state of cybersecurity today? How can we better protect ourselves? Join the conversation below.